Hello everyone, welcome back to SketchUp Core. In this video, we'll be exploring our measurements and guide tools. These are the tools that ensure your models are accurate and properly aligned. So if you are designing a space, if you're designing a kitchen space, a living room space, a bath space, and any other space you're working on, we all know that precision is the key and it's essential for any project. So these are some of the tools that keep you precise and accurate when you're working. So let's begin. So for our first tool, we're talking about our measurement tool. This tool helps you measure the distance between 2 points, or it helps you create straight guidelines when you're working on SketchUp. So we can activate our measurement tool by clicking on the measurement tool icon. This is our icon here, or we'll press the letter T. So we can click on the icon. When you click between 2 points, you are able to measure the distance between those points. So if you want to measure the distance of this set of cabinets here, we can click on the first point and click on the second point. We can see the measurement here indicated on our measurement toolbox, which is 6 feet and 72 inches. So we can measure the length, which is 25 inches, that's 2 feet 1 inch. So that's the basic function of the measurement tool for measuring distance. So it's like your tape, your measuring tape when you're working on site. But the measurement tool can also be used to create guidelines. So clicking on a point and dragging along can create a guideline. So you can create a guideline from one endpoint to the other. So if I want to create another vertical guideline here, we can click from this point to the point we want. I've created a guideline. So looking from the top, we can see a perfect 90 degrees angle here. So it's not just restricted to working on just horizontal or vertical lines. So you can create guidelines along any path. You can measure from any point to another. So this is the measurements between the edges, and a guideline was created along that path because I'm working using the guideline, the measurement tool. So as you can see, you can create guidelines from one point to the other. That's for our measurement tool. So for our next tool, we'll be talking about the protractor tool. Just like the measuring tape, the protractor tool is also a measuring tool. You can use it to measure and create angles. You can activate the protractor tool by clicking on the protractor tool icon. Like I've mentioned in earlier videos, the shortcuts for some tools have been created by SketchUp. So you can also create shortcuts of your own, like some of your favorite tools you use constantly. Like for me, my follow me tool is activated using the letter W. Under my 1001 bit plugins, U is for my divider or for creating roofs. T is for my panel divider, which I use for creating windows. So you can always create shortcuts of your tools, some of your favorite tools and your frequently used tools. Like my make a group tool is activated using the letter N. If I right click on a set of objects and I right click, you can see the shortcut is indicated here, which is E. Our eraser tool, the shortcut is indicated, which is our delete button. Like our previous video that talked about some of our modification tools, we talked about the function of the eraser tool and its shortcut. So for the protractor tool, you can activate it by clicking on the icon. You can create any angle of your choice. You can indicate, if for instance, we want to create a 45-degree angle cabinet here, or a 30-degree cabinet, we can easily use our protractor from this as our starting point. We indicate 30. We can draw another guideline straight here. So this angle is currently our angle for creating a 30-degree cabinet from this endpoint. So basically, the protractor tool, like we know the function in school, so it's used for creating or measuring angles. So that's like one of the basic functions of our protractor tool. For our next tool, we're talking about the dimension tool. Okay, for our dimension tool can be used to create labels or measurements, display our measurements on our model. If we're trying to get measurements for this cabinet, the countertop, our cabinet box, and our kicker, we can easily use our dimension tool to create dimensions of these elements in our SketchUp. So I think it's sweeter when you're working with layers, creating dimensions. But if you quickly want to give a description of this cabinet, or let's say give a descriptive measurement of this cabinet, you can easily click on your dimension tool. You can click on the dimension tool icon to activate the dimension tool icon. So the dimension tool can be used by clicking on our start point and our end point to show the distance. So we can see the total height for this cabinet, start point, that's the base to the highest point of the counter, is 3 feet. We can also see the size of our kicker, that's 4 inches. The size of our cabinet boxes, sorry, I want this to snap to, I want this snap into the dimension, okay, that's 30.5 inches for our cabinet boxes, and our countertop we can use 1.5 inch. So we can clearly see the basic function of our dimension tool. We can also use that to dimension our cabinet doors quickly. 18 inches for the width and the height is 22 inches. So it can be used for different shapes and different objects. For these are vanity top. We have a vanity, a travertine countertop here for this vanity. We can easily take dimensions from the end point to the other. That's 4 foot. You can say from the edges here, that's 22. We can take the dimension of the sink that was carved into the travertine. That's 2 feet wide by 15 inches. So same thing works for all shapes and all forms. We can say this repeated wood pattern to take a full dimension of this from end points to the other, and always snap our dimension to go along, to be parallel to the line we're creating a dimension for. So we can say this to be parallel to the line. Okay. Okay. So that's for our dimension. So it can also be used to dimension from one point to the other. It doesn't necessarily have to be connecting lines. As far as you can select an edge, you can always use your dimension tool to take dimensions. So we can see the total width of this chair is 27 inches. We can see the height for the frame. You can select this point to this. That's 23 inches. So that's one of the sweetest way of using your dimension tool, and one of the easiest way to use your dimension tool in SketchUp. Then another tool we can use for our measurements and guides too, it's our text tool. Okay, for the text tool, if you're a constant user of some graphic softwares like CorelDRAW, Photoshop, and maybe some basic Microsoft software like Word document, you can already know what a text tool or a text box is. So the text tool is used to add notes and label to your model. If we want to label some of these components here, let's say we want to tell them the kind of countertop we need to use for this kitchen cabinet, the type of wood, and probably the material for this vanity cabinet, and the type of wood also. We can easily use our text box to label some of this. So you can activate the text box by clicking on the text tool, or you press the letter T. Note, we also mentioned that the letter T can be the shortcut for the tape rule. So you can modify that. It usually toggles between those two options. So you can click or I already changed the function for the letter T, the shortcut function. So we can click on our text box easily. We click on the points or the item we want to label. So we can easily say this should be the share frame. Sometimes SketchUp suggests some of the labels for you. If you've already made that element or that entity, you've given a description to that entity. So we can say this is the chair frame. We can also say, okay, this is a, let's say, prototype wood or mirror frame. Okay, so this is the prototype wood, or the size, because if you notice for this mirror frame, this pattern is repeated. The same size of wood is just repeated for different types of wood. So we can easily make labels like that. You can also label this as our mirror, circular mirror. Note you can click and adjust the position of where you want your description to be. So same thing goes for this. We can label this. Okay, some of these components are showing these names because these were components that were created by SketchUp core. So they were already given a name as a group. So importing them into this work has a proposed name already. That's why you see some of these suggestions showing. So we can say this to be our travertine countertop. And if we had the dimension here, we can easily use our dimension to add more details. We can say this should be 6 inches. Okay, 6 inches. So we can say 6 using the representation 6 inches travertine countertop. So if I'm to send this document to someone or make a quick export image of this, we can see this description here or this label here. So we can use it to label cabinet size of materials, and the text tool is usually useful for presentation and client explanation. So if I'm to explain to a client easily, I can say this is a prototype wood for the mirror frame. So this is a repetition of this same size, just at different angles, but different wood materials. I don't know if that is a little bit clear. So that should be for our text tool. So those are some of the basic functions of some of our measurements and guide tools for SketchUp. We had the tape measure, which is like our tape rule, which we can use to measure the distance of objects or distance between 2 points. We can also use them to create guidelines by clicking and dragging. Okay. Then we also talked about our protractor tool, which can be used to measure angles or create guidelines for angles. That's like the basic function of our protractor tool. Then we talked about our dimension tool. That was what we used for creating some of these dimensions here, and create dimensions for objects or we can create dimensions for objects or shapes. So these are some of the tools that help with your presentation, and they give you proper should I say proper presentation to clients, to construction workers, and other stuff. We also talked about our text tool, which can be used for labeling. We also have another text tool, but I think we'll talk about that in another video. So like I always say, it's good for you to practice with some of these tools as a beginner user of SketchUp. Practicing with these tools generally will give you ease to use them when you have need for them. So you can always create shapes, create objects, practice with some of these tools that you've learned so far, and they'll help you when you need to get a quicker workflow or have a presentation in a short while. Okay, for our next video, we'll be talking about our material and presentation tools. These are some of the tools that make our models look more polished and professional when it comes to presentation. Thanks for watching. Do like and subscribe to the channel for more SketchUp videos, tips, and tricks.